And welcome back to the most dramatic Bachelorette review podcast ever, featuring yours truly, the Popcorn Priest, his lovely wife Jenny, recurring guests for this special series. What are we? I think we're at episode
9.
9. Yeah, 7, 8. Last week we did 7 and 8. This is episode 9.
I think so, yeah.
So we left at a cliffhanger with the Noah and Bennett beef.
Yes,
And we're not talking about man
2-on-1.
beef. We're talking about a beef.
2-on-1.
A beef. Their problems they're having. And it started off with Bennett pleading his case first. And basically Tayshia says she was saying he questioned her integrity. Which, what do you think about that first before I say what I think?
I think I can see her point a little bit. Just because she doesn't... I mean, if she likes Noah, Noah? Is that his name?
Noah and Bennett, yeah.
So, I mean, I get that, but I kind of agree with him. Like, why does she like Noah?
I mean, yeah, I agree with what you just said, but I don't agree with Tayshia. Like, I don't think he was just saying that this guy's not ready for commitment. He's not saying that he's questioning who she likes or doesn't like. He's just saying this bro over here, who's also 11 years younger than me, is not ready. That doesn't mean you can't choose him. It still doesn't change the fact that he's not ready. That's what I think.
Yeah.
And then Noah's making all this crap up in his side of the story. Like, he wasn't telling the truth either.
I know. I thought for sure she would... I thought she might send Bennett home, but then I was like, I don't know, maybe she'll send Noah.
Well, because of the body language, she was like leaning into Noah.
Oh, totally different.
And Bennett was like...
She was very defensive.
She was like, yeah. Mm. What were you going to say before that?
I don't remember.
Oh, sorry. I might have interrupted you. But she, right at the last second when she came back, she grabs the rose because it's like this impromptu 2-on-1. And then it's like she... What are you laughing at?
He's like dumping Tic Tacs.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, I won. Like, we're going to make out. And I'm like, got this big grin. And she's like, no.
Well, yeah. But that was the premature celebration of Noah. But I'm saying before she sends Bennett home, she makes this like double take when she's holding the rose. Like, I felt like she was going to give it to Bennett.
Ooh, I didn't see that.
And then she didn't. And then she said, I'm giving it to Noah. That's where I was like, that was kind of weird.
No, she didn't give it to Noah.
Or no. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, she was going to give it to somebody and then did this double take, sent Bennett home. Then obviously she came back and you just famously said that Noah pops like 30 Tic Tacs thinking he's going to get a makeout sesh. But poor Superman, his kryptonite was his own ego and emotional intelligence. Do you think he deserved to go home?
I think well...
Spoiler alert. I
know. I don't think she wanted to send him, but she felt like she had to send somebody, and a quick decision, I think he just...
Well, here's my notes, which is lame that I'm taking notes during the Bachelorette, but she said, I hope I made the right decision, and then she said it felt wrong. That's what I wrote down.
Okay. But when we get to...
And then after that all goes down, right? Or not Riley. Noah stays. He's not sure what's going down. They all come back, and then Riley celebrates his 1 week anniversary with a cake.
That was cute.
I'm sorry. Maybe I'm not sentimental anymore, but like, it's only 1 week, bro.
I know,
Try
but
like
it's
10
something.
years, man.
I know, but like it's just a way to like celebrate them and to be different, and it's cute.
Yeah.
She liked it. Girls
Well,
like it.
that's good. I'm glad that's why you're on the podcast, because you give the ladies perspective, and I thought it was silly, and you thought it was sweet and silly. Is that like a Chinese food, sweet and silly sauce?
I don't know what the silly part is because it could be mystery meat or something.
Mystery. Lots of smooches during the cocktail party.
Yeah, it's interesting because she's like, I really like our conversations, but all we ever see them doing
Yeah,
is
exactly.
kissing.
It's like,
Maybe they're talking. I don't know.
well, and it brings up a good question that I wanted to ask you. How can you get to know somebody when you're just smooching? Like, you don't even get a chance to like have
I
a
know.
conversation.
Again, we only see that, but we don't know how long in the night they've spent together.
That's true. We're not
So-
sure how the edit is. They might have more conversation, but it always seems like
They're
the
just
guy
kissing.
or the girl's getting ready to say something meaningful or something, and they just plop
Start
a
making out.
fat
Oh,
one
that
on.
was so sweet. Let me just make out with you now.
Yeah.
But I think they do have conversations, and there was some big conversations during that cocktail party. So
Yeah, there was a lot of reveals of each dude's personal life.
which is good. She needs to know that stuff.
Yeah. So then there's 10 guys remaining, and there's only 5 roses she's given out, which means I'm doing the simple math in my brain. 3 dudes left, plus Superman's premature
So
ejection.
there's 7 guys.
So that makes 7 left. I was surprised. So we got 3 dudes going home. Is it Damar? Was that his name? Damar gets sent home. Kendall
Spencer.
gets sent home.
I'm really surprised because I really felt like she was digging him at first.
I mean, a lot.
But then we never saw him in the last couple episodes. Like he just didn't exist.
He's a handsome gentleman. I mean, I don't know how he didn't, how Noah made it over him. Noah's goofy looking dude. He's got a crappy beard. Like,
I don't know.
Spencer's
Are you
better.
judging her?
Her integrity? Yes, I am. Noah needs to go home. He's dumb.
I'm glad Ed went though.
Yeah,
Ed's
Ed,
time was up.
a.k.a. Lil Stallone. Sorry, Ed. He's the guy that comes to a party that people are laughing, not laughing at him, but just laughing because it's funny, and he doesn't know that what he said was funny. He's that guy. Like, people aren't laughing at
Okay.
him because we're not being mean to those people, but sometimes there's people that like say funny things and they're looking around like, that wasn't a joke. But yeah, that's Ed. Bye-bye, Lil Stallone. Ben gets the one-on-one, led to a beatdown on piñatas for love. Remember that? She slammed those piñatas. I was surprised. She cut an avocado in 2. Okay, here's another question for my lady. As a dude, do they ever eat on these dates? So I see these elaborate meals. They're already set up, prepared. Usually, like, they look delicious.
Good steak, yeah.
I don't know if it's just because I'm hungry. Most nights when we're watching this, I'm like, no one takes a bite. Like, it's a waste of good food.
Well, in Paradise one day, they're like, you don't eat the food.
yeah, but
Like someone wanted to eat, and I can't remember the couple, but they're like, you don't really eat the food.
so you think it's just not a prop, but they like fix food and know they're not going to eat it.
I don't know. I don't know why they can't just eat and then talk.
I feel like I should be on the production staff because I would just roll up after they leave and eat their food.
There was one season where the guy, I think it was the Bachelorette, and the girl leaves, and he just starts eating the food. Remember?
Oh yeah, he's like, well, I'm hungry.
I'm just gonna eat.
I mean, I've always wondered that, but anyway. So Ben dropped some knowledge bombs. He broke his back, and then doesn't even. I mean, I guess you don't need to say what happened, but that's crazy. Breaking your back is insane. And then and there's no. I mean, I want to preface this. This is serious business. You know, he talked about 2 failed suicide attempts, and that's you can't you have to take those kinds of things really seriously, and it was really sad hearing that. And again, I'm not downplaying the information that was given because these guys all have their own lives, but I feel like in general, and I'm not talking about Ben specifically because I don't want anyone my 7 listeners get mad at me, but like I feel like in these kinds of situations, they get a sympathy rose. That's what I think.
It appears that way. Well, okay. Every time they kind of open up, they get a rose. And usually it's because of something happening in their life.
Yeah.
Which I understand. But then it's like, is it a sympathy rose, or is it because she's really like, okay, you're opening up to me, or I mean, it's on any season. They usually do it, but I think it's just because they're like, oh, I wanted to know more about you. You just opened up to me. I appreciate that. Here's a rose.
Yeah, it's the hardest one for me because it's like, is it just because you feel sorry for the guy, or is it because you're excited that they're opening up to it? You can't get into their brain, so
right,
it's hard.
But you've never seen them open up and then them send them home.
Yeah,
it's usually it's usually they want to know more, and then they do that, and then you.
Yeah.
Well, actually, didn't one guy say "I love you" and she sent him home?
Oh, that's right.
So, but it wasn't like they were like dig deep. Because she didn't want to know more because she knew she was sending him home earlier.
This is one of those unanswerable questions that we might not ever know the answer to.
Well, when Tayshia is like my best friend and comes over, I'll just ask her.
Oh, yeah. When we invite her over for chips and salsa?
Yeah, I'll just ask her.
All right.
Maybe ice cream. She likes lots of ice cream.
Oh, yeah. The 5-pound as large as a small baby ice cream tub that they eat out of.
And like...
Can we make that big of a ice cream sundae for her? We can make it work. Tayshia, if you're listening, we got some ice cream for you.
You're welcome anytime. Come on over. We'll chat.
Here's another silly thing. 9 times out of 10, they have a private concert, usually on these dates, and they always have somebody that I've never heard of. Maybe it's just because I'm like an old dad man, but I'm not sure who Adam Hambrick is. Like, am I supposed
the couple because of?
Am I supposed to know that?
What was the show?
I know, but it was the Listen to Your Heart Love Bachelor spinoff. But I only knew that because I watched the show. It's like I don't know who Adam Hambrick is.
People are.
Anyway, maybe they just can't afford big names, but maybe
we're just out of the loop.
Yeah, maybe we're just old people. So you youths might know who Adam Hambrick is. I don't know who he is. Sorry. And then she drops the "I truly love Ben." That's what she said.
No, Zach.
No, she says Ben after the Ben date. When they're filming her, like interviewing her, she says, "I truly love Ben." That's what she said.
Oh, she did? But
she didn't say it to him. Crazy.
But she also said the L word to Zach.
Yeah, spoiler alert, we haven't got there yet. We hadn't got to the lie detector group date.
Let's go, jeez.
What do you think about that? Like, is that a violation of human
No, I think
knowledge?
It's awesome. I would want to know. Because then, guys just aren't like blowing smoke.
Yeah. The only reason why I'm going to give Tayshia a pass is because she agreed to do it, and she agreed to do it first. So that was pretty cool. Usually, most of the Bachelor or Bachelorettes would just sit on the sidelines.
That we know of.
I think that was really cool. She's doing a really good job. Like,
yeah, she's awesome and gorgeous.
Riley got a buzzer on his own name. At first, it was kind of funny because it's like, hey, how do you not know your own name? But then we find out that he had a really deep story about that, which was which was sad. We found out that Zach cheated, but then we find out
6th grade.
it was a girl in 6th grade that he cheated on, which was like he kissed another girl while he was hanging out with the sixth grader. Lame. And then she said she's falling in love with Zach, like you said, but to his face.
Yeah.
I remember what was the Bachelor who it was so crazy Ben Higgins that I think he said I love you to 2 or 3 girls.
2. JoJo and Lauren. Right?
Yeah.
Plus 2 girls.
And that was like insane that he said I love you to 2 people. And
I know.
And
she says 7 guys left.
No, she hasn't had the thing yet. Oh yeah, she has. So there's the rose ceremony. Okay, yeah. So there's 7 guys left, and she's already telling a guy that she loves him.
Whoa. I guess that's different. Falling in love and in love. I don't know.
That's the same. And then she likes Brendan. I'd rather have a love than a like, but whatevs.
I think she was hesitant because he didn't say it. So she's not going to just be like, oh, I love you. Like,
yeah.
I think because Zach said it to her, she was like, yeah, I love you. Like, I'm falling in love with you.
Yeah.
So if Brendan would have said that, maybe she would have. I don't know. I thought she really liked him.
Yeah, there was a lot of guys in this last group date. Or was it the rose ceremony? Or was it a group date?
Group date.
I felt like there was a lot of guys that really opened up to her, and she handled it really well. Go ahead.
So it was the group date because she didn't feel like she could give a rose out because one, she told Zach she's falling in love.
Yeah.
Riley opens up like a huge thing.
Yeah, about his dad and wanting to change his name, so that's why he lied, but it was, yeah.
So, I mean, I applaud her for that because I felt like, you know, if she would have given it to Riley, then Zach would have been like, we literally just said I love you and you didn't give me a rose. But then, like, on Riley's side, it would be like, dude, I just opened up huge to you. And so, yeah, I think that was smart on her part.
Yeah, she did a good job. Because then she doesn't have to let anyone down. But also not reward the guys that she really liked. And then the last thing we have to talk about.
When she goes home that night.
She goes home that night. The door hits her in her bum. When she opens it, and there is...
Or the shoulder, but...
Or the shoulder, her bum shoulder. And what do we see? Superman. Dun, dun. I was going to say the Superman theme, and I just forgot it, but it's Bennett. Bennett returns. The return of Bennett. Has a couple of minutes with her and professes...
He throws out the L word.
He professes his love.
Totally messing with her.
What do you think she's going to do?
Well, according to the previews of the next show, he comes back. Like, whoa, you just ruined it.
They freaking spoiled her. They spoiled their own show. They say, oh, this big cliffhanger, and then in 5 seconds later, that he's like, I'm back.
I know. He walks in the room and just acts like he didn't even leave.
That bugs me, man. Like, I don't understand. It's like trailers. When you watch trailers for movies, they just give all the plot points away. It's like, give me something
to look forward to.
Yeah, exactly. What else was in the promo? That was one of the big things. And then lots of tears.
Lots of crying. Which,
we don't know what happens.
Again, that could be sending someone home. That could be, slivers in their fingers. Like, you never know.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to wait. Any parting thoughts?
I think she's got a good group of guys.
Yeah, okay.
So it's going to be tough.
This is good. This is good. Last thing we should... Because we could go back and listen to this. 7 guys left, potentially 8 since Mr. Superman came back. Who do you think's going to hometowns?
Zach, because she just said she loved him.
So we think Zach gets it.
And if Bennett's back, he has to have a rose, right? Or no?
I mean, I don't know. He
does she
isn't
have to give him a rose,
guaranteed
or
a rose.
she can just say come back and then I'll just send you home the next week. I don't know.
I think Zach, Brendan.
Riley? Not Noah.
I
Noah's
don't know.
good done.
Noah,
Time is done.
Bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye, bye. Noah. Who else?
Ivan.
Who's Ivan? Oh, yeah, he might make it too. Brendan, so you think Bennett might make the final cut? Final four?
I don't know. Noah, I think, is out.
Yeah.
And who else?
Who are the last 7 guys? How do I not remember that?
Bennett, Noah, Riley, Ivan, Zach.
Oh, Zach.
Brendan. And who?
There's 8 guys.
No, I'm only on 6.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying. There's 2
Who
more.
are the other 2? Oh, Ben.
Oh, Ben. I bet
Ben's gonna go.
I bet Ben. So
Ben Bennett.
Ben Bennett, Zach, and Brendan.
Yeah.
And maybe the wild card is Riley. But Ivan too. So that's 6.
Maybe. Didn't someone say, like, I can't decide, so I'm going to do... Oh, yeah. Someone did fantasy suites with, like, 4 guys because she's like, I can't decide.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to go...
maybe.
I'm just going to make a decision. Bennett, Ben, Brendan, and Zach. Those are my final 4. We'll see if I make it. You on
good.
Team Compton with that?
No. I don't know who I want, but I don't think it's going to be that far. That's okay.
All right. It seems inconclusive to me.
You
but
win.
We'll...
If it works.
We'll see you next time on the most dramatic Bachelorette podcast ever.
Do you have to look at me like that when you say it?
I guess, yes. Isn't that what I'm supposed to do? Look you in the eyes?
No, but you look at me like...
I don't know if I'm going to cut this out or not. We'll see you guys next week.